allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Lemke, Mrs. Hoy, Mr. Midal, Mr. Patrick, Mr. Olszewski, Mr. Kearns,
Here.
Mr. Levesque.
Here.
We have a quorum. We have minutes from September the 12th. Any comments or corrections to the minutes? I
comments.
scanned them, they look okay to me. Okay.
Those minutes to be accepted.
Move
Second.
to here second. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have a period for public comment on the agenda. Does anyone have anything they wish to bring to the attention of the planning commission that is not on the agenda? No? Okay, first item of business is a public hearing for CU 123, the LVF Property Development LLC. This is tax parcel 4914 010-215. This is at 4425, the old William Penn Highway. This is in a mixed use zoning and is proposed retail. This is the old post office.
That's correct.
This is across from Ferry's. Someone representing the applicant, Mr. Fox, could you please come up and use the podium and give your name and address for the reporter, please?
Yeah, I'm James Fox, and I live at 4113 Castellina Court in Murrysville. This is our contractor.
Matt Walton, 121 Cameron Drive, Irwin.
Okay, ask you to raise your right hand and you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead, tell us what you plan on doing.
We plan on fixing the outside of the building, putting a new facade on the front, stone, little stucco, painting it, and then we have a Pittsburgh flooring company that would like to rent it and lease it out as a flooring, a little showroom, and more storage for his flooring.
Have you submitted any kind of a site plan or survey, Jimmy?
Yes. Yep,
Yeah, I'm bringing it up now.
We own the building next door too, so it's kind of shared parking with the building next door.
To the left, as you're
Correct.
facing. It's hard to get good technical help anymore.
There you go. Did you bring that up? There we go.
So, did you count all those parking spaces, Mr. Fox?
Yeah, there's actual 43 spaces. We just sealed the lot and lined it. The site plan's calling for 41.
41 required for both?
There's 15 required for the post office.
Okay.
Like Jim said, we have a shared parking. We own the building next to it. Between the upstairs and downstairs of Antonucci's, that's the building to the left, it's about the same square footage. So total, we would need 30 required. We have 43.
You agree with that, Mr. Morrison?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's really, can't imagine you have as much traffic as what the old post office.
No. I did note, Lot 3 indicates it's owned by the fire company, is that correct?
Yeah, behind us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is that included in the 43 spaces?
No, they're actually on the lower lot. They use
Okay.
that alleyway there between the church and us.
All right.
The church has no rights in this at all?
No, they use it on Sundays. But none of the other businesses are open, so we let them use it on Sundays.
So does the fire company still own the lot?
I don't think so. I think they own the easement that goes back to the.
Because it's showing on the plan that now or formerly Murrysville Volunteer Fire Company.
Yeah, I don't believe they have continued rights to it. I could be wrong. That wasn't
Well, I guess was it part of the original post office building?
Yeah.
Okay, so the fire company got it from the post office,
No, the fire company built it for the post office
okay?
and got rent off of the post office for years.
So
My understanding of it.
does that lot need subdivided out?
Well, there is a lower lot right up from the fire department behind the church also.
Mr. Fox, you bought this, right?
Yes,
You got a deed.
yes. Yeah, there was something with the attorneys were working out with the fire department. I think they might have had the right of first refusal to buy it, and they declined it.
On lot 3?
I think on the whole thing.
Okay. All right, well, I'll talk to you after the meeting.
Okay.
Maybe during the day. I think there's something has to be done with lot 3, right?
Well, if it says lot 3, it sounds like it's already been subdivided.
Well, there's no property line there.
The tax map shows that the fire company does own that lot.
No, may never have been updated. You bought it from the church or the?
Yeah, I bought it from the church.
No, the one behind them.
Oh, behind it.
Yeah, the one
Does
that's,
it show this as a separate lot?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe nothing needs to be done then.
Owned by the fire company?
No, not this lot. No. LVF owns this lot.
Lot 3?
I'm trying to flip back and forth here. Yes, LVF owns lot 3.
Okay.
And then the fire company owns 2R behind them, and then there's a sliver
Yeah.
of property that comes out where that roadway, that alleyway, they own that whole piece.
Right away to go.
Yeah.
Fire trucks in and out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gentlemen, any questions, comments?
I mean, what's the hours of operation that you think this thing will operate?
I would think it would probably be closed by 4. I mean, I think they're pretty much, they do all the Suncrest Homes flooring and a lot of the contractors flooring out here. So I think they're just going to show their floor towel and stuff like that.
But I could go down there and,
Yeah, you could go there and buy flooring as well. They do the installation as well.
So what happens, you said on Sunday that the church uses this on Sunday?
Yeah, but the church has overflow. They asked if they could use it, and I said,
Oh, in
yeah.
the parking lot?
The parking lot.
Got it,
Yeah, no, they don't go inside it, no. They just use the parking.
Right.
anything else?
The only comment I have, we would have handled this administratively, however, it was a change of use in the mixed use zone, which requires a conditional use review.
Well, if there's no objections to this, is there any reason why we cannot vote on this evening and recommend it to council so they don't have to come back here again?
Yeah, they're coming to council next Wednesday.
I think next Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
So can I have a motion that we recommend approval?
I'll make a motion that we recommend approval.
Assuming you're in favor of that. Nodding your head means.
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor say yes?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. See you, thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is SP 323 Choice Properties. This is 5690 William Penn Highway. This is for an addition to an existing business at 5690. This is the Choice Sunoco. Mr. Patton?
Yes, Edward Patton, Patton Engineering, 2920
Excuse me
Leechburg
one
Road.
moment, Mr.
Sure.
Have a motion to close the public hearing, please.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, go ahead, Ed.
No problem. Edward Patton, Patton Engineering, 2920 Leechburg Road. We received comments back from the municipality Friday afternoon. Monday was a holiday, so we've been addressing them today. There's a good bit of work left, but we think that everything that's been commented on, we can address and meet the requirements of the municipality regarding stormwater, landscape, and just general zoning comments.
Ed, look looking at the site plan, you have parking down on the left side of the building. Down on this site plan. I thought we had had a
Yeah.
discussion last week where those were not necessary.
Correct. Correct. They're still showing up.
Is
Maybe
that
there's
the,
one-
This is an old plan.
This is an old plan.
Okay. Do we have a new plan?
It's in the box. It'll be up.
my Sunoco boxes, there's nothing in there.
It's empty.
Okay, so
There it is.
there's the new plan.
Ooh.
My other technical assistant here was not able to pull that up.
He's casting dispersions.
So I think as some of the members of the planning commission were not here, we had a little discussion about the number of parking spaces that were needed.
Okay.
And of course, nobody ever, they just count physical spaces as delineated. However, there are how many
For the
spaces
pumps,
out
too?
underneath the pumps?
Just a minimum of 8, if not 12.
Yeah. So that kind of led us to believe that there was sufficient number of parking spaces. Is that correct, Mr. Morrison?
Yes, however, doing some research, we did not permit GetGo to use the pumps as parking spaces.
And your point is?
Just a matter of consistency.
This will remain a
What's that?
Sunoco, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's a little different than a GetGo
Yeah.
from MTO and food perspective.
Yeah, this is more of a convenience
/gas station.
store. They don't,
Correct. You were inquiring what they were going to name it and what their operating hours were going to be. They're going to name it Your Daily Brew. It's going to operate 9 to 9 Monday through Friday, and then 9 to 5 on Saturday.
sorry,
That's quite all right.
technical difficulties here this evening.
You wanted to see a turning template also?
Correct. So we developed a turning movement, but it parks the service vehicle in front of a few of the parking spots. I had reached out to Jim inquiring whether or not if we limited deliveries from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. every day, that it would not interfere with the required parking for the brew because they don't open till 9. So I was inquiring whether or not we could actually use that as an alternative methodology for addressing the deliveries.
Where are the gas,
The vehicle's
Thanks.
sitting right on top of it right now.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
So why can't the beer truck pull in the same place? The
Well, that's what I'm inquiring. If the beer truck pulls in there during non-operating hours, could it be seen as adequate?
Gentlemen, what do you think?
Would put signage up to say deliveries for Your Brew, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. only.
So is this the addition
Yeah.
over here?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So are you actually adding automobile parking?
Not actually, Bob. The way the parking lot's set up right now, just past the existing Sunoco on your left, it jots back a little bit and the sidewalk continues and there's parking there. All we're doing is straightening the sidewalk out, moving the parking out a little bit and lining the buildings up. So technically, we're not adding any more additional parking.
Okay. 2, 4, 6.
So this is going to be the delivery truck. They're going to enter in from a common entrance?
No, they deliver in the
Just-
front.
Okay.
So they're just gonna roll their dollies down the parking, or down the sidewalk, in and out.
Where's the existing edge of pavement? Is it,
Right there, that's it.
is that one of those lines right there?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
That grass area contains, I think, underground electrical and some underground utilities.
Is there more than one entrance and exit to that building?
Excuse me?
Is there more than one entrance to that building?
There are rear exit doors proposed on the addition, and there's one that exists on the Sunoco gas station.
The entrance to the left-hand side addition, there's a separate entrance there, and there's no communication between the two.
Correct. In fact, I think I sent you an elevation, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could pull up the elevation and see what it looks like. There's one way in and one way out on the Your Daily Brew. That's typically consistent with a state store setup. So there'll be a center area in the store for checkout, and then they'll exit out the exit door.
Those are the two vertical things on.
Correct. The door on the left is the exit, the door on the right's the entrance.
Okay, and the common wall is,
Where it says addition,
okay, I see it,
that's
yes.
the line addition and existing.
Okay. And what is the facade?
Well, the facade of the Sunoco gas station right now is primarily a large-scale brick with a canopy on top and a canopy above the glass metal frame. What we're proposing for the Your Daily Brew is the same color and size brick, but taking it all the way up to the top of the canopy, underside of the canopy. So the canopy will be consistent across the top. Everything below the canopy will be all brick, matching the Sunoco gas station large-scale brick.
Does that include the west side of the building?
That includes the west side of the building, correct.
Is there glazing on the west side?
There's going to be glazing on the left side, front and left, and then the rear will be just masonry block.
So you'd have to request a waiver for the glazing on the rear? Because the ordinance
I understand.
specifies 60% on all sides.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we would request that because there really isn't a view shed to the rear of the building because it sits low
Area. I mean, you can look at it as, well, when the gas delivery truck comes, that's where he parks. Is it reasonable to assume that the guy delivering beer and pop would use the same Chris, what do you think?
I mean, it's not that uncommon. I'm just having a hard time because I don't have it's tough to see all the details on the big screen here.
Yeah. Well, it's,
Excuse me?
This will be a straight body truck?
Correct. We show the vehicle up in the upper right. You can't see it totally, but that's a standard delivery truck, whether it's a beer truck or a Pepsi truck or Coke truck.
Okay, got it.
I understand you are still addressing some comments from the staff.
Correct, correct.
And when would you have those completed by?
We're anticipating, it all depends on when we get a response from the utility companies. We've done a design PA Wednesday of next week.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have a problem with it. I mean, if there's cars parked there, he could park over there where the air pump is,
Yeah.
the air station. And he's just got to wheel his dolly a little further. I mean, that's the reality. You know, because that's a pretty big area over there.
Okay, so I guess we'll table this for tonight, and we'll see you back here November, what's the date? Second Tuesday,
The 7th, no, the 14th.
14th.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you. Next item is SP 223 Eaton Park. This is for a building addition and various improvements to the existing Eaton Park on William Penn Highway. Can you give us your name and address, please?
Sure. Jesse Stock, representative of Eaton Park Hospitality Group. So address, corporate office. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Morrison, did we send out comments on the site plan?
No, we did not send this out for third-party review. The only outstanding issue was the parking.
Staff had no issues with it?
No. Planning Commission at the last meeting had commented
We do not have, I put the elevations were in addition to some of it. I do not have the samples here. I can work through all those. But a couple of little notes just to refresh everyone with what we're proposing, right? It's been a little while. Obviously, the pickup window addition is a portion of it, but another big portion of why we're adding on to our dining room is to make our restrooms fully ADA compliant, right? So they would increase the size of the restrooms and everything. Just to give you guys some of why the additions to the portion of the building, that is one of the reasons of making those restrooms fully ADA compliant. There's some nuances to the existing ones that are not, right? And the quantity of stalls and fixtures within them. So that gives you an idea. Also another reason, and then to remember that when the bus hit through, we would be adding, ran into our dining room, would be adding our salad bar and everything back into. So this is a push not only for the exterior improvements, but a lot of interior improvements with the work. Going
You're
on
going to
to,
add a little bit to the right and a lot to the left.
correct. Yep, and the drive lane around to the right, obviously,
Yes.
for circulation.
And you guys addressed all the parking issues with the,
We talked through the parking. So obviously you guys understand that the development itself is underserved in some parking, right? When you look at the counts to what's there. When we look at kind of peak times and when we're having our guests there and everything, you get some flat lines to compare to what else is going on in that development. You obviously live around here and understand, kind of been through that. We've been taking note of kind of how busy that development is, and understanding of how we can maximize our parking in there. We find a couple areas where we can restripe to gain a few spots to make it net neutral, so there wouldn't be any loss to the parking. Those are not reflected in there, Jim. We just did some more additional research today, but it's basically some of the stalls in the aisleways going through that development, or some of the aisleways are going towards the rest of it, or 40 some plus feet, right? So if you restripe and shift to make those aisleways more appropriate, some of the stalls are over 11 feet, right? So there's nuances where you can gain those 3 parking space losses.
Okay, staff satisfied. Members of the Planning Commission have any questions for the applicant? And the dumpsters themselves, are they going to be, describe that to me, please?
Sure, like the corral itself.
Yes.
So it's built into that. There's an elevation change. If you look at that building in the site plan to the right, the parking sits probably about 4 feet, 3.5, 4 feet above us. So the back of the dumpster corral will be built out of Versalock block, right? So that would be a solid back to it, because we're kind of cutting into that little hillside for the elevation change to make it a solid dumpster enclosure. The sides are it's poured concrete. It's all new concrete with posts, and then we put on stringers and put up composite decking for the tone to just go away, just a brown tone and kind of look clean. We found that the cleanability works very well to shed any dirt and to stay clean.
Okay.
The height would be right around 6 feet, right? We don't have these enormous dumpsters in there, so this is not, they're the existing ones that are just a little bit further back.
Okay, Mr. Morrison? Any comments, further comments, questions for the Planning Commission? No?
Remind me, does the parking include the spaces on the right down those steps?
Up the steps?
Up or down, yeah.
No, the parking does not.
Okay.
Divided between
So
the 2 spaces.
realistically, there's more spaces there.
Correct.
You could
They're just
walk
2
3
separate.
steps down and.
Correct. Absolutely.
All right.
To go into some of the materials, sorry, because you had asked that previously, just some of the exterior materials. We would be rewrapping this whole building to give a new look. They're Nichia panels where you can change the look between a brick look, a wood look. It's a cedar wood look. It's a natural red brick look. And then it's a flat panel, right, to be panelized. So there's some of the elevations. All new landscaping. We understand landscaping is very important to the township, so all new landscaping to address our visual on the exterior. We are adding a lot of windows around, obviously not to our back of house, because that's something where, there's just a lot of mechanical and everything back in there, but to the dining room and to the front lobby space, a lot of window and glazing.
Just a question, where do they come out of the building to use the dumpsters?
They would come out behind, if you go past the pickup window in the site plan, it's our existing exit door there.
Where the 3 little trees are?
oh,
Sorry. Yeah, so if you go to the top where those 2 arrows are, right there at the top there, right to the left there is an existing delivery door. That's why we created this bypass lane, right? If there are any deliveries, that we're not clogging up traffic, and it currently is a dead end, so we see quite a few vehicles that get to that end, doing a 3-point turn, trying to, some of, our guests are elderly, there's vans and stuff there, so we're trying to really create a safer situation circulating our building.
Gentlemen, if there's no further question, you want to make a motion, someone want to make a motion to recommend approval of the Eaton Park additions?
I'll make a motion that we forward on to council with our recommendation of approval for SP 2-23 Eden Park, addition and various improvements to the exterior structure at 4584 William Penn Highway, B business zoning.
Is there a
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Approved.
Thank you very much.
Be on council's October 18th meeting. Bring the exterior materials with you.
Absolutely. Yep. I'll talk to you about some revised little parking areas to make that count.
Okay?
Is there any other business? Mr. Morrison, anything for the good of the municipality?
Not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
No? Okay. Members of the Planning Commission have any comments? If not, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.